What's up, everybody? Welcome back. All right, gonna be doing some fucking Wii Sports bowling for y'all today. So we got these characters battling it out. We got Rolo, who's apparently a pro. That's pretty cool. Hopefully I don't lose that pro status, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, we got Rolo, Marina, Claire, and Rose battling it out in the first game of today. Look at that sparkly ball. It's the most heterosexual thing I've seen all day. Alright, anyway. Yeah, gonna be having some fun today. God knows I could use a little bit of that in my life right now, although we're not off to the best of starts. He's definitely gonna lose the pro status, that's for sure. It was a horrifyingly bad first frame. Jesus. Not off to a good start today, but yeah, honestly, I could use a little bit of fun in my life right now because, work sucked today. It was actually a short day. That's why I'm doing some extra recording for you guys. Usually if I, get out of work early, which doesn't happen very often, because usually they send home the other people early. Usually I'm, one of the last people there. Usually help clean up at the end and stuff. But they actually sent me home earlier today, which is really good because honestly they were just pissing me off today. So for those of you guys who don't know, I'm like a package handler at a shipping facility. Basically my job is to take packages off of conveyor belts and put them in the delivery trucks. Well, we have to put obviously the right packages in the right trucks, and we have to put them in the right spots in the trucks. And all that shit, so, yeah, it's really fucking been frustrating lately because they keep pushing back the start times, but they keep sending out the same volume of packages, right? So, back before, peak season, you know, they would have the start times be, 2 o'clock, right? So, they'd be, 2 o'clock start times. But we'd have plenty of time to get everything done. But now they've pushed back the start times to 3:30, and they're still trying to push out the same fucking volume of packages, and it's ridiculous because now we're having to fucking run our asses off up and down the belt trying to keep up with this shit, and it's literally not possible. I'm literally sometimes full on sprinting back and forth trying to, put all my packages in my trucks and shit. And it's literally impossible. To be fair, I'm not the fastest person out there, but, I'm not the slowest. I move my ass. And I'm literally, full on sprinting trying to keep up with this shit, and I still can't keep up with it half the time. It's ridiculous. They send way too many fucking packages at once and then expect us to somehow be able to keep up with it. No reasonable, rational human being would expect another human being to be able to do that much work that quickly. And I'm not trying to sound lazy. Again, I got no problem doing an honest, hard day's work. Again, that's what I do all the time at work, Although there, it's not really an honest day's work. It's more just straight up fucking psychotic bullshit. I don't know the best way of phrasing it, but the shit that they expect us to do and how fast they expect us to get it done is just utterly ridiculous. And again, I'm not saying that to sound lazy. Like I said, I got no fucking problem at all, actually working for my paycheck. I'm not like most of the kids, my age these days who are just lazy pieces of shit. I got no problem, again, doing an honest day's work to earn my paycheck.
Nice.
But at a certain point, it just gets ridiculous, But what really pissed me off today was because sometimes, you get really far behind because I run the front of the belt, typically, the front of the conveyor belt, which also means that I have to run the separate conveyor belt because some packages are too big to send through the automated conveyor belt system, so they have to send them separately down another conveyor belt that brings the bigger packages up to our conveyor belt. And I have to, also, in addition to, because for those of you guys who don't know, if you've ever ordered anything online, you know you can track its location, like where it's at and shit. How we do that, at least at our place, is that everybody wears these little scanner things, or at the very least, what the fuck? That's bullshit. But anyway, we wear these little scanner things, right? Particularly the two people at the front of the belt, because there's like two sides, to the conveyor belt, or there's like delivery trucks parked up to either side of the conveyor belt. So there's one, there's people on one side of the conveyor belt and people on the other side of the conveyor belt, right? But we have like the two people in the front of the conveyor belt wear these scanners, right? And they have to scan the barcode of every package that comes down their side. So usually about like half the packages. And, use the little computerized device that's attached to our wrist to scan the packages to the particular truck. So that way, people can track their packages and shit. So I'm responsible for that, running the side belt, and loading 3 trucks when I'm running the front of the conveyor belt, which a large portion of the time I do. And sometimes I get really far behind because the assholes on unload are like the people who work unloading all the packages off of the big semi-trucks, because that's how they get all the packages to the location, is they put them all, in the semi-trucks, and then you have people unloading the semi-trucks throughout the day. So sometimes, though, they decide to send, like, every fucking package all at once because they're trying to squeeze out all this volume in a short amount of time because they want to push the start times back because they don't feel like paying us for an extra hour and a half because they're a bunch of cheap-ass motherfucking bastards.
Nice spare.
So instead of, having a decent flow of packages, they just send every single fucking thing all at once. And it's impossible to keep up with. So a lot of the times I get far behind, on scanning shit, running the side belt, and trying to load all my trucks. It's way too much shit to reasonably ask one person to do if they're going to flood us with packages. Somewhat literally flood us with packages. So sometimes I have to, throw the packages off the conveyor belt, and kind of like throw them near my trucks. Because sometimes I don't have time to actually, take the package off the conveyor belt, run into my truck, and put the package in the specific spot in the truck that it's supposed to go. Because not only do we have to put the packages in the right truck, we have to put them in the right spot within that particular truck as well. And sometimes there's just not enough time to do that. So I take the packages, throw them. If I'm not near the particular truck that the package is supposed to go into, I kind of toss the package near the outside of that particular truck so that I know later if if they ever decide to slow down with the volume of packages, that later on I need to put that package into that truck whenever I can. Because sometimes I don't have time to do it right then and there. So today I did that. There were a couple times when I had to throw packages, or toss them towards the trucks or whatever. Technically speaking, we're not supposed to do that, and I get that, So I guess one of the area supervisors or whatever saw me doing that or whatever, and he told, my supervisor, the guy who supervises the conveyor belt, to let me know not to do that or whatever. And that just pissed me off. Because I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want us to do? They're sending every fucking package all at once. How the hell do you reasonably expect a human being to fucking be able to keep up with this shit? It's just not fucking possible. I could literally be running as fast as I can in and out of these trucks, and it still wouldn't be enough to keep up with this shit. Again, it's not because I'm lazy. Again, I'm not saying any of this shit because I'm just lazy or whatever. I'm saying at a certain point, it's unreasonable to expect people to be able to do that much shit that quickly. It's ridiculous. Utterly fucking ridiculous. And I didn't say anything to my supervisor, but if that fucking area supervisor had come up to me and had a little chat with me, which he didn't, I would have told him off, because I was fucking pissed. I'm like, fucking really? You want me to not throw packages around? Then tell fucking Unload to stop sending all of the fucking shit all at once. Or gee, I don't know, maybe start earlier. Start the sort earlier so that way we can have a better package flow so that way we can actually do our goddamn jobs properly, you asshole. I don't want to hear jack shit about me throwing the packages around when you assholes are doing nothing to fucking help us. Not a goddamn thing. You people are overpaid, useless fucking morons. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. And I bet they get paid a hell of a lot more money than I do. And I get it, you know, they're trying to do later start times to save money or whatever. But here's a fucking idea. Start at 2 o'clock in the morning and schedule less people to work on Unload. You're saving money because you're going to have less people on the clock, and you start earlier, and since there's less people on Unload, that'll make the flow of packages better. And I'm not saying put like a whole lot less people on Unload, like literally just a few people. Take a few people off of Unload. It would, you know, yeah, you'd still have to pay more people, you know, that extra hour or whatever, but I'm just saying, there's a fucking idea that might work. But these assholes just don't give a shit. Again, they're overpaid, useless fucking morons. The fucking area supervisors, they don't know fucking shit. Either they don't know shit or they don't give a shit. It's a fucking joke. And then they yell at me for throwing packages around? Motherfucker, make it so that I don't have to do that. I would love to not have to throw packages around. That'd be fantastic because then it actually creates more work for me when I have to throw the packages around because then I have to go back later and pick them up. I would love to not have to throw packages around, but it's not possible when you're trying to squeeze through like fucking 20,000 packages, sometimes 30,000 packages in a time span of 4 hours. It's retarded. Absolutely fucking retarded. So yeah, that really fucking pissed me off, man. Like, you're gonna give me shit for throwing the boxes around. Why don't you do something so that way I don't have to do that? I would love not to have to throw packages around. But if I don't, I'm going to get too far behind. When I got 1 million packages coming down, I don't have time to, you know, take the package off the truck, run over to my truck, and set it down near the truck. I don't have time. I literally have to throw the packages because I got more packages coming down that I have to scan. So again, I don't want to hear jack shit about me throwing fucking packages, you asshole. Until you fucking do something to make it so that I can do my job properly. Make it so that I can do my job properly. Then if I'm still throwing packages around, alright, fine. Then, yes, you can yell at me for that. But until I see you assholes actually make an effort to fucking help us out, I don't want to hear jack fucking shit from you, useless assholes. I don't want to hear jack fucking shit. Fucking stupid ass motherfuckers. They just piss me off, man. They fucking piss me off. And I try not to let it bother me because, you know what, I go home at the end of the day, you know, have a few drinks or whatever. Like, I swear to God, I have never drank this much alcohol in my entire life before. But honestly, I'm not hating it. You know, people say that, oh, you know, alcohol is a problem or whatever. And yeah, it can be, absolutely. You know, I'll be the first one to admit, yeah, it can be a problem. But if used responsibly, Alcohol can be a great fucking stress reliever. That's for damn sure. But still, it's just, you know, again, like I said, I try not to let it bother me too much because I know these people are idiots. I know that they're cheap-ass motherfuckers. I know that they're, you know, working us like dogs or whatever. And you know what? I just try to remind myself, you know what? At the end of the day, I get to go home and just relax, you know, have a few drinks or whatever, work on my YouTubing shit. So I try not to let it bother me too much, you know, but honestly, for the amount of work that they fucking expect us to do, they wildly underpay us. And granted, to be fair, I do make more than minimum wage. I think I make like 16 an hour, I think, something like that. But dude, they should be paying me double that for the amount of shit that they're having me do half the time. The only decent thing is that recently they have actually finally started to hire some more people. Although, like, most of them always end up quitting because the shit that they expect us to do there is so fucked. But at least the last couple of days it hasn't been so bad, but we were still kind of short today, which didn't help anything. We eventually got some help later on in the day, so it wasn't so bad, but the die was already cast at that point. I'm like, I'm already in a bad mood. I'm going to be in a bad mood today. It's just, once I get pissed off, I'm like, it's just not possible for me to get unpissed off, you know, until I hop in my car and go home, you know. I mean, at least I got to go home early today, so that's good. Not good for my paycheck, obviously, but that's why I don't mind staying later most of the time, because most of the time they don't let me go home early, but when they give me the chance to go home early, that's why I'm doing an extra recording session today. Maybe even a couple more recording sessions I might get to knock out today. But, you know, usually I'm like one of the last people to leave, but I don't mind because I get to stay on the clock for longer and make more money, you know, so I don't mind. Plus, it's a long drive, so every time I go there, I want to make it worth my while, you know, so I don't like getting cut early super often, but, you know, every once in a while, if they want to send me home early, I'm like, all right, fine, you know, this shit's fucking stressful, it's fucking aggravating, like, fuck you guys, I'm going home, you know. I was only there for probably about, like, fucking, I don't know, maybe like 3.5 hours today, and I don't care. Fuck them. Yeah, shit just pisses me off sometimes. Again, I try not to let it bother me, but sometimes it just fucking bothers me, man. It just fucking does. But hey, you know what? At least now I get to sit here in Basement Cave Studios doing my favorite thing, man. Playing video games with you guys and having some fun, so that's good. I just kind of wanted to rant about that for a while, you know. Just kind of get that off my chest. Motherfuckers just piss me off, man. They really fucking do. Alright. Well, either way, guys, stay tuned for the next part of this game coming up next, and we'll see how I do. So, yeah, until then, peace out.